So what had happened is that they stole our equipment. So we haven't been able to shoot for the past few weeks. We do apologize. We hope that you guys can then now get into the groove again. We back. Guys, yeah, we back. It's been a tough few weeks for us. Months? Weeks?
Let's say weeks. Let's take 2 weeks.
months.
Yeah, let's take it. Let's take 2 weeks.
Let's just say a month.
Yeah.
We're finally back for yet another episode of Conversations. My name is Abiot Mahlatsi Ledwaba, and on my right hand side,
Abo.
and on my left hand side,
Why did you skip the magnificent leader? I'm sorry, I'm just gonna. I'm kidding. But yeah, no. Roro, it's good to be back, eh?
yeah, it's good to be back, guys. South Africa is, as we all know, is a bad country. So what had happened is that they stole our equipment. So we haven't been able to shoot for the past few weeks. We do apologize. We hope that you guys can then now get into the groove again. We back with more energy, more interesting things. And as you guys know, before we start with our conversations, is that we always like to ask questions or pick out questions which are not here. I guess they also stole the questions.
It's too much stealing.
So we just had to improvise today. So we got one of our what do you call them, subscribers.
Service.
No, don't
Converse.
put that out there.
Some-
I get into a conversation.
No, it's not
So-
talkers. Guys, you are not talkers.
We're not subbies, we are talkers.
Oh my gosh.
What do you
Oh,
think?
we're going with it.
Are
what-
you really?
Talkers.
Don't put me on the spot.
Comment below with a thumb if you like the word talkers. Anyway, one of our talkers is gonna ask us the question today, and
Yeah.
then we all answer, and then we go straight into conversations.
Get to know us, ice break.
Yeah.
It's here.
Tell me what your biggest fear is.
What? Okay.
And you
So she
start.
wants to know.
Our biggest fear.
Yeah. Ooh. Regret. Regret is my biggest fear. Should I elaborate?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
2 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah,
2
don't-
seconds.
don't-
You know
yeah,
me.
please, 'cause
No,
you-
but I need to go back. Like, I need
No.
to show them.
No,
But
no.
yeah, I feel like, I hate regret. I don't wanna not do anything because I'm scared of this and this, and then tomorrow I'm like, oh shit, I could have done that. But it's that. So that's my biggest fear, not doing what I want to do because I'm.
Yo, my biggest fear is retiring broke, bruh. Yo, like, you know, you always see like how difficult it is for people to like it just like, you lose a bit of dignity like when you retire broke. So I just have that fear. I just wanna retire, the nice bank balance there in the Seychelles or somewhere with my button here. Just letting it, you know, yeah. So no, man, I just love good life. That's it. I don't want to retire broke. Biggest fear?
I would say not living up to my full potential.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to limit myself. Do everything that I can while I still can do it.
Alright.
It's beautiful. I thought you were gonna say snakesy, doggy.
Okay, cool. So the topic for today is plain and simple. You guys know me. I like to be very deep and stuff, right? Is turning your pain into champagne. Nah? So that's the name of the topic. Comes from a book. The first novel that I owned. There was a chapter in it called "Pain into Champagne." Well, turning your pain into champagne. The name of the book is Hustler's Bible by Keaton Mackenzie. So basically what the question is how did you, you know, we always look back at the things that we have experienced, right? And we look down upon them, but those things that we see as not cool are actually the things that if you really focus on getting rid of them, are the things that actually elevate you in life. So, what was the moment in your life, just 2 moments, where you turned your pain into champagne?
You have to start with me.
2 moments, just 2 moments. Now you can elaborate.
Now I
Yeah.
can
You have the platform, yeah.
I don't know the school thing.
Just speak into the mic.
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't have funding for school, and you know when everyone was registering to go to varsity and all those things, and I just struggled. I was the last one. No, on the last day I was there. Katao, they go to UT, and they're like, nah, it's too late to close this city. Those things.
Your thought was for Chocho or for registration?
It was for registration at the time. No, I think at the time it was like two grand.
Okay.
Yeah, back then. I'm old, guys. So, yeah, it was that, but it was me going there, and I didn't know Horoki fine. Yeah, I registered, and what? Who's gonna pay for my things? No, and as far as and but
You didn't have like the understanding of the registration process, or what?
I didn't have the money,
Mm.
like the money, even the transport money to even get to school when I had enough time. Right, it was bad, in the sense that I'll get it, and I'll go, and I do my things. By the time it was really bad. It was late. Sorry. So, but then now I had to okay, cool. Clearly, this was not gonna work. It's good that I didn't have the money.
Like what I wanted to understand, like when you didn't have enough money for registration, was that the pain? And also, how did you turn that into champagne, like a celebrity moment? Like, how did
So-
you elevate from that?
So yeah. So the pain was
pain you felt.
The pain was, I think we have this clock, right? Me not going to school, and you seeing your peers, you feel like you're not doing anything. There's that pain. I was crying every night, like yo, my people, like everyone is out. And being at Kokokasi, everyone is out. They're going to the city because rest and all those things, right? And you're the one there, Kokokasi left, like how we saw you.
Yeah.
So that was painful. Then now me having to then look for a job, and then starting to learn the importance of money and everything, until I got an opportunity to go to school.
Sure.
And realize that actually this is not a race.
Sure.
Then now me accepting my journey and living up to my own standard, and that to me was then now beautiful. That is now me now. Actually, that was me getting the champagne. But then now getting the rewards, which was now the qualification, the job, the money, way before than way quicker than everyone that started early, was then now me popping the champagne.
Yeah, you speak of a very, like, this is where you stopped competing, or for lack of, yeah, I think that's the right word to use, right? So how did you, what were you doing? What were you doing to prepare yourself to deal with such pain? Because I think that's really, really important, because that's where we link the pain and the champagne. Yeah.
So you're taking me back to what I always say, that I'm a pastor of this group. But it's that just being deeply rooted in Christianity, and just reading the Bible, being inspired. Like the support system, my parents, they didn't treat me like, yo, you're a loser because you're not. Because I think that's our biggest issue with our communities, right? If someone is not working, if someone, like anyone who's unemployed, not going to school, that is not really the issue. The issue is how everyone else treats you.
How
right?
you're perceived.
So I was not given that. I was still motivated each day that, look, you're better than yesterday. The fact that you have a job, you're looking for a job, you have a plan. So that to me, it kept me going with the tears, reading, praying, and then just moving. So yeah, I think.
Okay, that's one moment, that you do realize that.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid them, because I'm trying to think of the
No,
other.
I'm paying attention. Don't worry, I'm really, really paying attention. So do you want me to then? Must we give our one?
Yeah, and then one more, and then we'll come back.
We'll come back.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Your moment of turning pain
Pain to
into
champagne. I'm trying to think, because Life has been good.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
okay.
There hasn't been pain in this town.
Like, honestly, I'm not even joking.
Is it?
I'm trying to pinpoint like two. I have one that's obvious, I think. Once I say it will be obvious. But the second one, I don't think I'll give you. But okay, let's start with the first one.
The first
Because the
one.
second one, I can't find something that I feel like, yo, I was in so much pain.
Uh.
But the one pain in my life that shook me was a relationship.
Okay. Let's elaborate on that one.
Yeah.
Jolo, ne?
Yo, I was trapped by that mojolo. That was pain, real pain, like I got sick. Okay.
Is it the one where you're not eating enough? That kind of pain.
You're not eating at all. Not enough.
Okay, now that's deep.
Okay, no, on the real note, my heart was crushed. And that was a moment where someone would be like, you know what, I'm done.
Sure.
I'm never loving again. But not me. I was like, you know what?
So feeling
Feeling I'm moving.
Sure.
But so that was a moment of pain. So then for me to not sulk in that moment and just stay bitter, like hate men, hashtag men are whatever. I didn't go through that campaign.
Sure.
So I turned that pain into champagne by opening up myself again to love. And luckily for me, that's how I met my husband,
Okay.
whom I have a baby with now, and we're happy.
That,
So had I not given myself that chance to love again and said, you know what, cut.
how were you dealing with
the pain?
With the pain, like that moment. Also, the switch for
Yeah,
you to
okay,
say,
cool.
okay, now I'm ready to go back.
Yeah, the switch was
Did it take time? Was it a long
okay.
period?
So what had happened was there was a series of heartbreaks, right, in this one relationship.
Sure.
But then the last straw was the one that I was like, okay, cut.
Sure.
But then it wasn't easy. So I had to have outside motivation for me to move from that pain.
Sure.
Right? And when this happened, I didn't have like a plan to say, okay, you know what? I'm hurt, but I'll get up and go again. No, I wasn't on that tip. As much as I wasn't on the tip of saying I'm done with dating.
Sure.
I wasn't on the tip of, okay, girl, just dust yourself off and go again. I wasn't. So it was a matter of chance. I don't believe in chance but hence the quotation marks. It was a matter of chance because I spoke to very few people about this when it happened, as it happened. So one was like, you know what, you don't deserve this pain. Don't wallow in it. Move.
Sure.
Like, let go first, because I wasn't, as much as I was hurt, I wasn't ready to leave the pain.
Sure.
I wanted to cry in the pain.
Sure.
So then my process was coming from an outside source to say, girl,
Just fine.
just move. Don't even find that. Just move. Leave this situation. It doesn't serve you. Like, you've been crying about this one thing. Just
You're
Stop.
dwelling too much on one.
yeah. So then I was on that revelation, I guess, when I met this guy at the bank. Doing my own thing, not looking for love, not looking for a man. Then that's when I'm like, oh, this could be. But after a series of chats with the guy,
Oh, okay.
okay, this is my chance to let go and put myself out there.
So
So
you
then
gave it another chance.
I gave it another chance. Yeah.
Oh, that's quite interesting. Hey, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like
no,
love, ne?
Yeah,
Like,
I
on
knew.
your moments,
I knew it was gonna go there.
on moments, it's always
It's always about love, guys.
love,
but
love.
yeah, that's my pain to
I
champagne.
guess when we lead with love, that's the forefront of everything in life, right? Love. My moment of pain into champagne, right? Yeah, it's so like how it led to this moment it's actually weird, but you know it's always good to actually let these things out. So 2003, Yes. Moved to Joburg, right? Don't know a single word of English, nothing. You know that part. Your hello, hello is the furthest you can go, right? Came here obviously for school. I was in grade 3. Let's calculate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone
now
like,
I
okay.
Don't calculate my age, but yeah, I'm old enough. So 2003. Didn't know a single word of English. Listen, you eventually get comfortable once you start knowing certain things. Like when I knew how to eventually knew how to speak English, got comfortable. You know, I was just like a cool guy who knows English now. And then it led to me focusing less on like schoolwork and then just more.
On the
So I was
talking,
never
speaking.
I was never doing homework. I was just a rebellious child. 2004, I was in grade 4, and then failed.
Oh yeah.
I failed grade 4, but luckily, I don't know if it's luckily or what. Fortunately, in the same year, I was meant to move to a school closer to where we stay. So I failed in that previous school, but then moved to a new school. So when I went to the new school,
They just
no
You
one
just went,
really
"Oh my
knows
gosh."
me, right? So I think that was my champagne moment. I think because I learned, or okay, no, now I'm in a new environment. I need to have a different attitude, and I turned that moment into champagne. Going to a new school, making new friends, um, and just growing from that little hiccup. Yeah,
so you went on, like, it was the same grade, or it was
no. So when I changed schools, obviously I failed.
I thought maybe you knew someone there, and then
No,
down and below.
no,
Next thing you
no.
know,
Ah,
yeah.
dude, come
I would
on.
do that.
It's
Sorry.
just grade 4. Man. Like, why would you want to pay Chocho to go
Still do
to
it.
grade 5? Ah.
Sorry.
No. It was a perfect lesson. So, changing schools, it worked out for me. That was my first moment of
Yeah. So
pain into champagne.
it was a lesson, like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. No English now. We're done with
No,
English.
we now know English.
Okay.
Now let's just focus on getting the books right. Yeah, now let's focus. Now don't be a cool kid, like, cause you know, like we just get caught up in like being the guy who sits at the back seat, makes noise, and that stuff is cool. And then I'm glad I couldn't see. I was forced to
sit in front, yeah.
sit in front, you know.
And like the fact that
Like-
you're talking, we said grade 4, right?
Yeah, good for.
I was dumb. I don't know. Like I think I only knew the importance of sorry. I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not like that's the wrong word to use, bro.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't.
You're slow.
That's even worse.
Oh, you're challenged.
I was very. It was not even dead. Like, I was
It's
just.
getting worse.
Dude, I don't remember. Like, I didn't know why I was going to school. I was passing somehow. I don't know if. And okay, it was not condoned or whatever, but I was always the kid. I'm more shy.
You're bullied.
No.
Not by the teachers.
Oh,
Me,
the
They can
no, that my height saved me. I didn't do it, but my height saved me, so they
Oh,
thought I could. So, but I was dumb. I'm surprised that you were thinking about, like,
no, obviously, you know,
changing
also,
your life.
yeah,
Like,
no,
like,
obviously, okay. I hear why you saying you were dumb. I get why you saying you were dumb.
Oh, wow.
But it's like you're not necessarily like thinking of these things, but you're just challenging yourself to just change certain things about you. Like, no, I'd rather be doing that this way and that this way. So yeah. So yeah, man. That is really my first moment in turning pain into champagne. So, what's your second moment where you turned pain into champagne?
man, I'm trying to think. It's hard, but
Speaking
I'm not sure if this is it's pain. But what's your next champagne? Okay, so where I grew up. Okay, my pain was that I didn't have a room. Let me start there. I didn't have. I don't know if that's a thing.
Okay, when you hear where this is going.
Yeah. But yeah, where I grew up, they were like it was bad. So there was a thing where I didn't have like a room or anything where I was gonna like call my own bed, you know those things. So I would always envy my friends. I'd visit my friends. Like I had this cool friend. Every time I visit, they have computer nyana. No, they're playing body.
On posters.
Yeah, computer. What? Nah, now we don't have that. Like they're in this quarter cans, and we all sharing. It's normal to us. When it's time to sleep, we have this sponge thing. We wanna wow. So I was like, yo, I need to grind. So everything I did, working hard and pushing, was that okay? I don't wanna go back to that.
To that state.
Yeah, I need to make sure I have a bed. And as my first time I bought my bed, yo, the way I slept, boy, I slept on that thing. But it was that thing where I was so excited to own like bed.
This explains why you always wake up late.
Yeah, that's why I'm always sleeping, guys. I'm trying to
catching
catch up. Yeah. So but then I moved from there. I'm like, okay, fine. Now then I got myself like a big room somewhere. And I was like, early, probably when I was 19 or 18. Like I moved. I got big room somewhere, and then got my first apartment. So I was working towards getting
away from
my own space where I can say, I have a computer. So I bought unnecessary things. Like as soon as I
everything that you always wanted,
I was like, I didn't have this when I was a kid. I would buy, and then I think then just having not to have actually all those things, all those luxuries, sort of pushed me, which is a moment, right?
Oh, there was the champagne.
Yeah. So now pushed me to work hard to make sure that I get these things. Because then if I didn't have all those things, if I had all those things, I don't think I'd be so motivated
to work harder.
To work harder.
I think also, like what you're sharing, and like it's like the little things that count, because something like a bed seems like something that's like
really, yeah.
For some people, that had those kind of things growing up, but to look at you celebrating a bed, owning your own room.
Yeah, it's that thing, and I always tell people that when we have something, we tend to take it for granted. It's like now recently people were celebrating Mother's Day. I know I'm gonna deviate a bit, but people were celebrating Mother's Day, and everyone else was celebrating. People were taking it for Happy Mother's Day, and then you have people who lost their parents, and you realize that to them it was a trigger. To them it was, and then they really others didn't even call their parents their mothers. But you have this thing now. You have this person, or you have such things, luxuries in life where you taking them for granted.
Sure. What was your biggest lesson through that moment of you not having a bed? What did that teach you? The biggest lesson?
I can't believe we're talking about me not having a bed. I don't know why I even mentioned that, but because I couldn't think of anything except that. But then my biggest lesson was that nothing is impossible. Everything that we think is far, it's actually closer, and it's attainable, right?
Sure.
So, like you're saying that I'm better you, but then that thing that you aspire to have will actually lead you to a bigger thing. But that was my biggest thing. That okay, fine, I can actually have access to this.
Sure. It's possible.
It's possible.
Sure.
Yeah. We live in a country where there's a lot of possibilities, right? If you can get a bed.
I know things have changed, man. I think things are more accessible now. My second moment, right, of turning pain into champagne, it's a bit of a recent one. Varsity. I think everything with me always starts at school and then goes to another thing. No. I just love school. I think. After that first moment, I don't wanna disappoint in anything.
Yeah,
dude, not being able to get employed.
Well, that's a tough
that
one.
was the biggest pain, bro. They tell you while you're studying, you need experience. I did everything to the book, bro. doing all these things to gain experience, doing promotions, dude, like odd jobs to make sure, like, yo, at least on my resume, CV, it needs to it needs to have, like, you know, you thought, like, if you have one page it looks like you're not doing anything. You need to have, like, references, experience. I was applying everywhere in my final year, nothing.
We regret to inform you.
Yeah, those emails were my best friend.
Every time.
Unfortunately, DM, those were my emails. Until I decided to, like, if the job is not gonna come to me, I might as well just create the job out of myself. Then I started a company called Magnificent Communications, which then was starting with digital marketing, right? Like social media management, community management. And it's such a weird time when I started that company, because I started from my phone, right? And I could see, like, there's people that lack just online presence. So I just spotted that gap, started, told me already 1.5, you know, just paying attention to people's pages, how to gain engagement. And social media was actually picking up at that time. So that was my moment of champagne. And it has led to where we are now. Which is
I'm kidding.
which is the company, right? The company doing social media management for people like Kulichana. I did work with Massive Metro, DJ Spoo, More Fire. The list goes on and on. But if I stayed in that thing of, like, no, I'm unemployed, I can't get a job, I'll never get a job, my self-esteem goes, and we don't move. So that's my second moment of turning pain into champagne.
Yeah, but do you ever look at it like, well, that somehow, I don't know, I look at life differently, as if, like, it's scripted in a way. And that somehow all the things that you go through are meant to take you where you're supposed to be.
Sure.
In a sense that, had you not gone through what you went through, then you wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I feel like those moments are very important. Like, we need to embrace them, even though they be painful whenever you're going through them. But those moments make us.
Yeah, man. You eventually get out of it, man. In the beginning, it's really tough. You'll cry, you know. You'll doubt yourself at moments, but the results in the end are always fulfilling. And I think I shared a picture of my just stating that, like, yo, moments like this, just smiling, being happy at work, were close to non-existent, but now you are in the right spaces with the right people who believe in you, who believe in your potential and what you have to offer. So yeah, man, those moments are key.
They're very key, because then I always looked at it like, okay, imagine if we were told that these are the moments that you're gonna, this is the pain you're gonna go through, then we're not really gonna we're not gonna fully embrace it, because, like, yeah, try next week. It'll be like that, you know. Thing. Yeah. 2 years, give me 2 years, and I'm getting that million. If we were, however, I think it's scripted, and we let's go through it. I think that's how I look at things now. Whenever I go through things, I'm like, okay.
I mean,
just as that, something is coming.
It's the unknown. These things happen, man.
I'm actually reminded, you know, I always, whenever we talk, I always go back to TJ's. Clearly, it's my favorite. But says, there's a moment that he shared about when he wanted to quit, when things were bad, right?
Sure.
And then, like, when you know when people were commenting bad things about him, and then he's like, he's done.
Sure.
Right, because there was a time when people were saying bad things, and then he was like, yo, I'm done. But that moment when that happened, when he left the stage, he's like, I'm going to sleep, a lady came to him, like, yo, you're doing it for us. So this moment, right? It's for us. Whatever you're doing is for us. So yeah, T. Jakes went through things, and then those things led him to writing more books. Right? I don't think he would be he would write things like emotions if he didn't go through that, or he would write stories. He would preach the way he preaches about death, losing someone, praying for something, and then God still doesn't give you those things if he didn't have those moments.
Yeah, I also feel like, you know, like with pain, you have to sometimes not be selfish. Like don't just base it on yourself. Like when you're going through that moment, but also be mindful of the people around you, so that you know you can make it through it. Because you're not doing it for yourself, like you're saying. With TD Jakes, that someone came and told him like, no, dude, you're actually doing this for us.
Yeah,
Because even you not giving up, there's someone who probably got inspired by your story, you know, to continue. Like, yo, no, Roro did it. That means it's possible.
Yeah, he is now.
Yeah, top of mind. I mean, for me, because I also consume a lot of his content, is McG, dog. McG turned his pain into champagne. You look at how he started his podcast from his iPad, and where it is now. Like, you know, last week, I think 2 weeks ago, he posted a picture of his team now. Like, dude, this thing started with one iPad, 3 people who believed, 2 people, and him, 2 people who believed him. They were his co-hosts. To where it is now, dog, like, I think he's got a lawyer, he's got an accountant, he's got... It's like a fully fledged team. So there's moments like of not giving up, man, and just remaining faithful. Do you have any moments? Because wow,
she's been quiet for some time. Like she's
the girl who has no problems.
Yeah, she's cruising nice.
Laugh.
She's cruising nicely.
There's nothing wrong with cruising nice. No, I was actually thinking that, like what you're saying, there's a reason for every season, right? So whatever pain, don't downplay. Like, live in it, but don't dwell in it. Go through it, because there's a lesson for you there. Even if it's not for you, there's a lesson for someone else in your pain. And it's said sometimes that you have to be the example, you know? Like, God is like, you know what? I'm going to use you. And he just keeps throwing. And you're just like, but why me? Why me? Can't your neighbor is watching and learning something from your experiences.
Your pain's going to
perseverance.
Yeah, and even 5 years later, someone comes to me like, you know what? You were going through stuff. I saw you. You lost this and that. This happened to you. And I was motivated to just keep going because I saw how you kept going, regardless of what's happening in your life. So pain is not nice, but don't look at it as just pain on its own. Look at it as, okay, it had to happen to someone. I'm that someone.
The chosen one.
Yeah. Let me just be the vessel that this pain will be delivered through, but also come up with something from that pain that will, okay, yeah, I got something from it. I didn't just suffer for nothing. Because this is what happens in life now. Sure. Mostly, you'll go through the same thing over and over again if you're not reaping the lesson that's in there. It will keep happening. It will keep happening because you are being refined. There's something in you that's being fixed, probably. There's something in your neighbor. There's something in your husband that needs to be fixed through you. So let it happen. Like, embrace pain as much as it's not nice, and embrace pain, because you don't know who is learning from your experience. You don't know why this is happening to you. And when you live in that moment and embrace the season, when you get through it, you're like, okay, God, I get it. Thank you.
So nothing happens by chance.
No.
Because now I always tell myself that, like, okay, especially when you have that why me prayer, because we all have that, like, God, come on, man, nah. All the time. So I think it's I stopped praying like that too. Okay, what is it that I need to learn?
Yeah,
sure.
Because then there's nothing.
You just have to
I
be
can't just go through this for no reason.
Yeah.
Come on, do you hate me that much?
Something
like,
has to come.
Like you put me in this world so that when you are the suffering one, you're gonna suffer. But then now, until you start. But then,
I think just to like really close up this topic, né? Let's just end it on a nice celebratory way, right? Like just sharing, because clearly you don't have a lot of pain in your life, like just moments, like recent moments where they were very champagne-like moments for you, like very. How do I say it? Yeah, like very champagne, like it's like a very celebratory moment for you, like key moments for you where you were
Like
just-
recent ones.
Yeah.
I don't have.
You don't have.
Are you on the pain level now?
Now I'm suffering.
No, like okay, top of mind.
Yeah.
I think like having a baby.
Oh, like that recent.
That
This
was-
was like months ago.
You forgotten about it?
No, never.
She has a baby.
No. Okay, yeah. If we're speaking recent in that sense of recent, that's me getting married, which was recent in your
Yeah,
in your timeline, and me being a mom. Yeah, those have been highlights. As much as one can say, these things happen every day, people get married every day, people get babies every day. Well, not me. It was my first marriage and my first baby. So those are the highlights so far in my life. Because, I mean, with my career, I'm still where I was a few years ago. So that's fine. What else in my life? Business is growing. I actually have different business ventures that I'm tapping into now, which is good. But like I don't wanna
Let it
jinx
all
anything.
out.
I don't wanna jinx anything, but yeah. So things that have been like already out there, those are the two most things like I can say I'm so grateful for, and are just at the top of my list.
Yeah, I think that wraps up.
What
today.
is your champagne? Like
No,
No, that was
mentioned-
mine.
no, that was.
oh, that's your moment.
It was for her to speak because
bad.
wow, she's
She's been quiet.
doesn't have
Shame.
pain. In closing, conversations must be had. Conversations will be had. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Like, share, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Sabi. Yes, talkers.
See you next
You
time.
had to remind them.
Yeah.
You're not reading? What's it? Is it off? Oh, it came off. Sorry.
So I don't know when it came off. Did you put it in? I don't know when. Did you put it in when you started recording?
Yeah.
Did you?